What is up, people on the internet? JQL here, back with another video. In today's video, I have another custom LEGO video on my custom LEGO minifigure, I guess, of the Gypsy Danger from Pacific Rim. This is a figure I've been wanting to make for a long time. Had no idea how I was going to make it, and eventually just kind of decided to just make it one day when I had a break from school. So, yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out. It has a couple imperfections here and there, but honestly, I think it just looks so good. And yeah, anyway, so let's just get started with this video. Alright, here is the Gypsy Danger itself. Hope you guys can see it. And yeah, so this is quite the figure. Right off the bat, I'm actually going to do a comparison, height comparison. If I grab a normal minifigure, I'm over here. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Here is a normal LEGO minifigure next to the Gypsy Danger. You can see it's not very big. I didn't plan for it to be very big, as you know, you can see with my previous figures. You can see, like, I don't really care about scale all that much. So yeah, this is quite the process. I'm gonna try my best to explain everything that I did with this figure. Hopefully I find all the work in progress photos that I took and edit them in while I talk about this, guys. So first of all, the base. You can see this is not a normal LEGO minifigure. So yeah, I actually used a skeleton figure for the base. The main torso is just a skeleton torso that I proceeded to modify, and you can see that I actually used skeleton joints for the arms in there, and then I used ball joints, you know, to connect them. And this guy's not very articulated, honestly, but I tried adding just a little bit of articulation just for fun, and definitely took a lot of work to do that, but overall, he looks really cool, or it looks really cool, and yeah. So the skeleton parts were a base. Let's start with the arms. So like I mentioned, I used a joint for the skeleton arm, and then I kind of just used sculpted random parts and like spacers in between that and the elbow joint, which is a the antenna base piece. And then I proceeded to use an antenna piece for the arm to connect to the forearm, which I sculpted pretty much out of Procreate. And then the hands are just Lego droid hands, I guess we'll call them. And yeah, definitely took a lot of work. Took a lot of trial and error. And originally I was going to make the Gypsy Danger at the beginning of the movie, where he only has one arm, he's practically destroyed. But I decided to just make the, you know, Jaeger as a whole, just because I thought it'd be cooler. You can see the torso. I should probably mention this figure is 100% fully sculpted by me, and I used Procreate for the whole figure, and definitely took a long time, but yeah, I'm really glad how it turned out. And let's just talk about the legs, I guess. The legs that fell. That's okay. The legs are very similar to the arms in the sense that I used a skeleton leg for to connect the leg to the torso. Then I added a antenna piece into it. I literally jammed it in there, and then I can attach it to the leg via the antenna base. Then I used studs, actually. I used studs that I connected to the antenna base and then just modified it. I sanded them to shape, and I added my own sculpting. And I find using studs easier for doing this, because like if I use like a cylinder piece, the legs wouldn't have a gap in it, and it would look very squished, I guess is the right word. So yeah, I decided to use studs, and I think that turned out for the better. And then the feet are actually droid feet that I just cut and then sculpted or glued on, then sculpted the gaps on there, and I think it turned out pretty good. In terms of articulation, the head can move side to side. It's very hard to do, but it can move. Then the arms are on ball joints. They can move okay, not the best. This arm keeps falling off. I'm not entirely sure why. I might have to glue it in just because it falls off so much, but that's fine. And then so yeah, that's how far the arms can move out. The elbow can bend that much. The legs can go out that much. Knee can bend, and that's pretty much all the articulation there is. A lot of people, when they saw this on my Instagram, said I should just use Mega Blocks. And they're not wrong. I definitely think Mega Bloks is more articulated than the way I did it, but I wanted to do something with Lego, and I think it turned out pretty good. And yeah. I tried painting as much, or sculpting and painting as much detail as possible. Obviously, that's not entirely the case. You can see with the chest, there's supposed to be supposed to be a lady on there, but it's so such a small detail. I could only fit in just little smudges on there. So yeah, I tried my best with this guy. Then you know, I painted on the numbers 34 on both arms. And then you can see this is the back. There was a lot of trial and error, especially with the nuclear core and the head. But I think they turned out really great. And yeah, so I think with that, we can move on to accessories. This arm has a magnet in it to connect to the sword that I sculpted. Hopefully the arm doesn't come off again. So yeah, that's what it looks like with the sword. I think it looks pretty cool. I can just put this on the other arm too if I really wanted to. So, you know, it doesn't just have to be on this arm. But I didn't put a magnet on the other arm just because I didn't want to use another magnet. The sword is not as detailed as I'd like it to be. It's just very plain, but I think it works. Oh, dropped it. And then if I remove this arm, dropped it. I made the plasma cannon, which can be attached. Oh, maybe not. Please go in. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. There's the plasma cannon. I think it turned out pretty good. I basically sculpted it from scratch. I didn't really use many Lego parts other than the antenna piece to connect to the joint right there. Oh, sorry. And yeah, so that's that. I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, I basically sculpted and painted everything. It's really hard to describe, like, the sculpting process, but, you know, I'm trying my best here. You can see that's what the top of the arms look like. That's what the side looks like. Yeah. So, what else is there to talk about? I pretty much sculpted everything. I painted everything. I think I mentioned that like 5 times already. The blue was originally just a normal dark blue, but then I dry brushed it with some metallic blues and some blacks to get this color. I think it turned out pretty good. I think that's really it for this figure. I don't think there's anything else I want to say. I already did a size comparison, but here he is next to Spider-Man again. Quite the difference, but not a whole lot. If you're wondering if I'm going to make other Jaegers or even Kaiju, probably not. Here he is next to my Godzilla, in case you were curious. In reality, Godzilla would be towering over the Gipsy Danger, but, you know, I decided to just do this. Yeah, I tried doing something different. I'm really happy with it. I know a lot of people think this isn't Lego. That's totally fine. I don't really care. But, yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for the Gipsy Danger. I don't think there's anything else I need to add to this video. So, I think we can just wrap it up. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a like. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more custom minifigures made by me, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, so that way you'll be notified from the next video whenever I post that. And you can see more customs that way. You can also see them earlier on my Instagram, link in the description below. I post my figures finished there before I post them here. I also post work in progress stuff over there, so I make some highlights, or, you know, put on my story of all the work in progress stuff that I do on my figures there. So if you want to check that out, then you can check them out there on my Instagram. Again, link in the description below. I also post reels. I posted a reel on me making the Gipsy Danger over there too. So if you want to see kind of a little bit more in depth on how I make my figures, you can also check that out too. So yeah, Instagram is pretty much where you want to follow me if you care about my stuff. So yeah, anyway, so that's pretty much it for the Gipsy Danger. If you're wondering if I'm going to make more Jaegers in the future, I am thinking about it. I want to make like 2 of them, but again, this figure was quite the project. I don't know if I'll make any more in the future. Also, I'm out of ball joints for the skeleton ball joints, so yeah, I would have to order more of those, and yeah, I don't think I have the budget for that right now. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you want to see more Pacific Rim Jaegers, let me know in the comments down below. We'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind and make them. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever or whatever video it'll be, and I'll see you guys next time.